and those beliefs were limiting the potential of every human who held them. And via the Pygmalion effect, those around them too. At first, I just found all this confusing. But as time went on, it bothered me more and more. A seed was planted early on in my mind that one day I wanted to help stamp out this myth. As I began a career in the neurosciences, I discovered the scientific explanations that refuted the delusion. All brains possess the same mechanisms for learning that allow us to master anything, from tennis to trigonometry. The human brain remains plastic throughout our lifespan, which means we can indeed learn new things and acquire higher levels of expertise at any age. Whether we are successful in doing so is not about special genes or special brains, but is instead a matter of how well we leverage our brain's ability to change through practice. It's worth mentioning that, for years, scientists who studied the brain did not think the adult brain was plastic. Well into the 20th century, neuroscience dogma held that brains could not change after development. You can't teach old brains new tricks, said the neuroscientists. This message, coupled with the discovery of DNA, undoubtedly contributed to the idea that we humans and our brains were fixed and immutable entities. Understanding this scientific history provided a window into the roots of this bizarre delusion and its staying power. I now play multiple instruments and learn them almost entirely as an adult. At present, my parents are in their 70s and neither plays an instrument. My daughter is a phenomenal artist. She's been drawing since she could hold a crayon. Her drawing abilities surpassed my own and those of my wife when she was around 7 or 8 years old. How do these things square with the innate talent narrative? Are we to believe it is all the work of some fortuitous genetic mutation? The principle of parsimony would beg to differ. Fortunately, change is in the air. Attitudes in this area have shifted significantly since my childhood days. They've even shifted significantly since I first began writing about these topics a decade or so ago. Several voices have helped spark this much-needed shift. Thanks in large part to the work of Carol Dweck, people now widely embrace the concept of the growth mindset, or the idea that abilities are not inborn, but developed through practice and effort. Malcolm Gladwell has popularized the 10,000-hour rule, which says that when it comes to developing expertise, practice is the differentiator. Tim Ferriss has demonstrated how, by being thoughtful about how we practice, we can develop expertise in a fraction of the amount of time once thought possible. And Daniel Coyle's study of the world's talent factories has convincingly shown that greatness is not born, it's grown. But we're still in the early days. We've only just begun to explore this terrain, and to combine theoretical insights acquired through studying the mechanisms of neuroplasticity with the empirical knowledge gleaned from studying world-class learners. Furthermore, the residue of our mass delusion remains. The notion that some people are born musical, or artistic, or athletic is still widely held. Even those who profess to embrace the growth mindset may often only apply it selectively, which means there's plenty more work to be done in eradicating the talent myth. For me, the seed that was planted all those years ago ultimately grew into what is now Brain Joe. The initial mission of Brain Joe was to bring these concepts into the realm of music. That's the subject of the book you're now listening to. But for me, it's ultimately about more than learning music. I believe that based on what we've learned about the brain in recent decades, most people are capable of far more than they realize. But realizing that remarkable potential first requires shedding the beliefs that constrain it. It first requires believing in that potential. I know that the talent myth has discouraged countless people from ever pursuing their musical ambitions. Giving people both the confidence and the tools needed to do so has been immensely rewarding, and the benefits usually go well beyond music making. Once a mind is released from the grip of the talent myth, a whole new world of possibility opens up. I hope that this book not only helps you realize your own musical ambitions, but also opens up that new world to you. In gratitude, Josh Turknett, MD. About this book. Who's this for? This book is a compilation of key principles, concepts, and techniques related to learning a musical instrument, though applicable to learning any complex skill. As such, you should find each chapter to be self-contained and fully digestible on its own. While the order in which you listen to them isn't critical,
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.